Morning, it's Dave. There's Ray. The project's around. We're going to get started this morning on getting the soffit up. So we'll just do a brief walk around. So this is where we left off yesterday. Ray and I went and picked up the siding this morning. Got all the material that we need. We're doing it. Let's see if I can get a piece out here. We're doing it in this gray, and then we're gonna have white corner posts and white J channel. Here's all of our soffit material. It's a solid vented solid. There's your fascia, and there is your F channel, and there's one J channel in there. So we're gonna get started on getting it up. So what we did is this morning is we built a jig for the aluminum soffit. The soffit slides in underneath here. This is square to this, so it gives you a square cut. This is the guide for the fence on the saw. Slide the material in there, turn your saw blade backwards, and I'll show you guys how you do that. And then you just cut your aluminum soffit at the links. The nice thing about it is you can either even make, it's filled with sawdust here, but you can make pencil marks here or here at the links that you want it. So it can preset your links. And I don't know, it cost, I don't know, plywood, a couple 1 2x4, you know, so you're looking at maybe 20 bucks at the most to make a jig like this. But I tell you what, it really does help with the project. So another thing we did is try to organize the job site. This will be the cutting station. This is the station over here for the chop saw, any wood that we might need. We put the tool station over here, all hand tools. Okay, put all the power tools that we're going to need underneath the saw there. And then over here, as you saw on the scaffolding, we put where our material is. That way we're not tripping over stuff as we work. The only problem is we have grandsons that are around with bikes. So that's going to have to be moved. And then we moved the sand table over there out of the way. The biggest trick, you know, it's a nice sunny day, they want to be playing, is to try to keep them safe and keep them out of the job site. Alright, so this item's called a sliding bevel. I used to work with a guy, he called it the angle finder. That's not its name. It's called a sliding bevel. Swanson makes it just like they make your speed square, okay? Sliding bevel works great for finding angles you know that maybe another carpenter already had made. You had no idea what pitch he made it. How many degrees it is. The sliding bevel will help you find it. So all I did was just run a level across, tighten it down a little bit, and then I slid the bevel in along the level that was level, and it gave me the pitch on that. And then I just transferred it over onto a board. That way I have it. So if this gets knocked or bent, or then I've already got it. So we're done. We got the angle that we located it, and we'll just go ahead and put this away. All right, so there's the line that I made. Take your square. Right here would be my pivot point. And you got a little pivot right here, and it says pivot on it. You're gonna rotate it around until my line lines up. And then you look at the degrees here. It's degree and common. Common is your, so you have hip, common, and then your degrees out here. So on common, it would be about 28 degrees common, and about, if you look at it, it's about 67, maybe 67 and a half degrees is what we're going to want to cut. So that's how you just use your pivot and you rotate it around. And we're not framing a roof, so hip cuts are totally different than common cuts, and it marks it out here on it. So about 67.5, and I wrote it down so I won't forget. All right, 2x6 here left. So what we want to do is square this corner off so it looks correct, and then return it back. So in essence, what we're going to do is make something that looks like that over there on that. Come from our pivot, 67.5. Draw our line. You can also do this with a framing square too. Carry it up. Now, you go the other way, it's the same amount. So I can get 2 with the price of 1. Alright, so it wasn't 67.5. I think it's going to be like more like 65. It was about a ½ inch off here, so the angle wasn't steep enough. I want to use up this piece of 2x6, and I don't want to have to cut another one, but it's hard to hold, so I'll just tack it into place right now. I'm using the only plug that I have outside to power the camera so the battery lasts long, so I got to switch plugs every time I want to change equipment. Alright, not dragging out the compressor and everything yet for just to shoot up a couple of these. I'm going to pre-drill these because if you run a screw in here, it'll split the board and you don't want to do it, so pre-drill it. All right, I got the first one built here. All right, so we'll go ahead and do the other 3 and I'll bring you back. All right, so we got the first piece of F channel up, and I used 1 3/4 inch roofing nails. Here, I'll show you. All right, so the F channel up. I used, so you can see it, 1 3/4 inch roofing nails to attach it. Snapped the line already on our level. Got the both corners built on this side, and we're going to go ahead and start cutting soffit material and get the soffit material in. We'll get going. All right, so what I'm using is 1 3/16 staples. Some guys like to use the aluminum, the white aluminum nail with a pin set to set them. I prefer to use the staples to set them.
Papa, that's why you need to move the core.
Luke will stay inside. You're not coming out, buddy.
Mom, you're not watching your baby here. Look up!
Nice try.
All right, so what you want to do is you want to turn your blade around the opposite direction, because if you don't, as it cuts, it will tear through the aluminum material and you'll just have a mess. It's better to almost, so normally it goes this way, you want to turn it upside down. If you have an old junky blade that's really dull, that you need to send off to be sharpened, use that to cut it. But always turn the blade backwards. What, honey?
I have nothing to do.
You have nothing to do. I think I saw it. Yep. We'll probably have to get another 2x4 or something out here. Oh, you know what I've got? Alright. Nothing better than a set of roller stands. And somebody's got flip flops in Papa's way now. That is a must, folks, to have hearing protection on and cutting this stuff. All right, you want to hold it? Yeah, hold it in there square. There it is. All right, so this side is done, and we'll just put the fascia on when we get all set, and that'll cover over the ends here. So now I got to build those over here. I couldn't get them all done because I ran out of screws, so Ray went down to Lowe's and picked them up. So we'll get that side built so it'll look like that, and then we'll get all the soffit material done for that. So I'll bring you guys back when we're all done. All right, so in the middle of filming this, I got a phone call, and I just discovered it shuts off your camera. I didn't answer the phone, but it shut off the camera. It quit recording. But we got that done, so now we'll go get this side done. And then we've got the back to do.